this time. Oh man, that's lovely to start a podcast with, just belching. Anyways, welcome to the podcast. I'm really late on this, but schedule change, Major League Soccer, yada yada yada. I kept forgetting to talk about it. Um, but the only problem I have it with is the 1 month off season. Like, they say they want to go to European schedule, but Europe doesn't take 1 month off because you need an off season. Uh I could kind of. I bet you we're gonna try to justify the winter break is enough not to have a decent off season. I think that's stupid. Um. Oh yeah, World Cup draw was Friday. If I was to go to Chicago, we would do a live watch along. But seriously, why? I don't understand why. It's only a month of off season. So excuse me, like it would be silly to say that the winter break is enough. No, it's not. You're going February to May, and then we get 1 month to rest. Like, aha. Like when I do my special needs soccer, the most we do is 45 to 60. And every league, I'm going to use Suyasa, which I should cover next season. I'm going to use Suyasa example. Of course, I'm going to use Napoli as an example. They didn't even start until the last weekend of August. Well, second to last. I just don't. I mean, I have ways to cope with the cold. I just don't understand the point of only having 1 month off season. I know I keep saying that, but um Serie A, they end their season in the middle of May. I mean, that's when the playoffs are gonna be, but I just still can't get over the fact that they decided 1 month of off season is good. I wish I were a poster, but I had to like seriously, guys. I don't like. It's just confusing that we're only giving 1 month of off season. That just seems like it's gonna deter players from coming over here because we're in tear. Like I said earlier, the most I play in Special Needs Soccer is 60 minutes. I only do 90 if that once a year down in Mason, and I can imagine doing that only 2 month break back to grinding from that to February to May, maybe June. I don't know. It depends on if they keep the best of three. We really haven't said how the playoffs are gonna work. Um, because I guess you've less of off season if they don't get rid of best of three. Because I can see them keeping it for money. Um, so it's gonna switch to that. Let me pull up Van List article real quick, and then we'll talk hockey. Don't worry, we'll eventually talk racing because this is a racing podcast after all. But I'll mainly focus on racing. But yeah, I just don't understand the 1 month off season. Anyways, I need to stop stalling, and I actually need to talk about last week. Yeah, it was not a fun Blue Jackets game. I don't know how we lose, how we've been outscored 10-2 by the Capitals. A month apart. One was in Columbus, which it stunk. Not as bad as this one. Well, it stunk more for one in Columbus, I should say. I know the goal scorers were Chikrin, Wilson, Chikrin, Carlson, Martin, I don't know how to pronounce this, and Michayok. Like, it was just a horrible, horrible, horrible game. All right. Unfortunately, I expected a loss to Dallas, but not like this. This YouTuber we're about to watch, he's a
I don't know. I don't have any answers.
fellow Oilers fan. I don't know why I took a pause between fellow and Oilers fan. So yeah, he's gonna do a good breakdown of this game, better than I probably could do. But hey, I'm learning. I don't know. It just turned into Nelson. Oh, Ralph. Sorry. So anyways, let's just watch. I don't know how this happens twice a year, but oh hell, give me 1 second. I need to adjust. We are live editing stuff. Give me 1 sec. I need to move a QR code a little. So you'll see my beautiful face for a second. Excuse me, yeah, but while we're editing this overlay, I just want to. I know we keep talking about Fairless schedule change, but it's cool. I'm excited about it. I just don't understand the 1 month off season. Like when I go down to my specialty talking to Mason, I'm exhausted. I can't imagine the push for the Audi MLS Cup playoffs. Even only 1 month off. I mean, MLS already had a short off season, and making it even shorter, I think, is silly. No, it helps if I go to the right page to edit my overlay. Like, quite literally says overlay on it. Like, alright, gotta refresh the catch for the overlay update to show. Charity, 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 charity. Um, There we go. Moved my QR code up a little. QR code above my head. You can donate for first hotspot. Here's a breakdown of the most disappointing Oilers game of a week.
I don't know. I don't have any answers, as I said.
What am I supposed to say at this point? How exactly?
8-3. I don't. Yeah, I just. I'm David. What's at that point? I'm speechless.
Do I repackage this video for the 12th, 14th time in the 3 years I've been covering hockey here on YouTube? And yes, believe it or not, our first video here was in October of 2022. In that time, the Edmonton Oilers, with arguably the greatest hockey player of his generation and two of the best players in the league, are still suffering from the exact same issue. And before you say goaltending, I mean, yes, but we'll talk about the goals tonight. It's everything on that end of the puck, and the Oilers can apparently no longer score their way out of trouble. They lost 8-3 to a good Dallas Stars team. Stuart Skinner let in 4 goals on 8 shots, but before we get there, I do want to recognize the young man in Edmonton, Connor Clattenburg. He got his first NHL goal, and it's gotta suck when you score your first one, the team's down 4-0, but shout out to the guys on ice for at least celebrating. He'll never forget that, even though obviously it's a scary time for the Oilers. But you know what, let's do this rapid fire because we got 8 goals to go through. Number 1, Jamie Benn, he gets lost in transition. Bouchard doesn't play well behind the net.
What? I love Bouchard, but where's he going? Bouchard, what are you doing, bud?
Mangiapane is thus, to me anyway, out of position. He's trying to watch the pass back to the blue line when there's a bigger threat right on the doorstep. What a player, honestly, just a pure hockey player Jamie Benn is. 4 games back. Then just over halfway through the first, goal 2 on the PP. Puck is loose in front. No one clears it. Rupe Hintz. Goal 3, both a bad line change by the Oilers and a suboptimal pinch by Kulak, who loses the puck battle 2-on-1.
Excuse me.
Bastion keeps 3-0. But don't worry, we got one more before the end of the period. Love how this one starts.
No, it's how he said before the end of the period. They scored half their goals in the first period.
The Oilers have it in their own zone. They dump it into the neutral zone where it's recovered by the Stars. Really fascinating defensive scheme by the Oilers here. Ekholm slides to try to cut off the pass. Don't hate it, but Bouchard is left to the outside doing nothing. McDavid does not look engaged whatsoever. The puck bounces over his stick to make it worse, even when he is kind of in the lane, and that would be 4-0. That's when we get the goalie pulling. Who do you blame for that? Like, maybe you want Skinner to get one of those? But just defensive breakdowns, so many in the first period, leading to extremely high danger chances. Anyway, next period, Stars get a 5-on-3. I don't want to be too critical here. Ekholm is worried about the crashing player, but they leave Robertson wide open backdoor after he had just missed a shot barely. And again, I was just watching these goals back. The 6th one, tell me if you see something similar. Another Stars player on the backdoor on the power play. Bing, bang, boom, 6-1. It honestly is funny. Like, this isn't a staged reaction. When I played the video and saw it happen again. Anyway, for the 7th one, did I miss? I don't know. I don't know if I missed one. The Stars, just again, another puck battle, one in front. Then a tough look for Draisaitl on the last one. He's way too casual retrieving a puck behind the net. Goes out front. Bastion scores the 8th. And what a disaster. Obviously, people are going to see the 8-3 score. They're going to say, oh, Stuart Skinner special. Like, what are we doing here? What is going on? I don't know why Paul Coffey left his position as defensive coach, but was he holding the team together? Just, was he like Space Jam style, giving his soul to the players before each game? I don't know. This Oilers team is bad, like really bad. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Paul, can you suit up still, buddy? What's going on?
Yeah, but the problem is, what? No, Paul Coffey, where they retired his number. What, do they tell Paul Coffey to put on a uniform and retire his number? Okay, yeah, we're gonna ban this funny bot, and we are gonna, actually, I'm gonna use this ad break to take a bathroom break. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. There's again. It's like best streamers on stream, but it was like so stupid. Like, all right, so I'm glad I saw Zootopia 2 instead of this. I don't even know how to describe this, or whatever it was. Blue Jackets Maple Leafs game. Um, doing for credits. Hi, Connor. Okay. Actually, laying on my blankets, my Blue Jackets blankets. But anyways, I was saying, so I'm waiting for end credits in Visual Swan. So if you go see it, say for end credits. Waiting for that. I checked the score at 0-0. My dad driving us home. I checked the score again as Wasinski scored. Check it again, and Lisa tied it. And I check again and later. With 20 seconds left in overtime, scores for game winner. Like, after beating them 6-3 and 3-2, yeah, I just don't get it. I picked them to win 4-2. Because I was spacing out the last two games with a one, especially the first game way back. I should say way back in October. That was it. Well, in hockey terms, that's a long time ago. Because the Blue Jackets are currently. Give me 1 second. Just gonna do the intro website. I did not mean to enter that hard. Whoopsies. The Blue Jackets' current record is 11-9-5. So in hockey terms, that was forever ago. They played 25 games. So we're deep into the season. I know they say usually by US Thanksgiving you should have a good look at the postseason picture. Honestly, I really don't start caring about the playoff picture until New Year's Day. I think that's truly when it's like, okay, lock in. The playoffs are in 4 months. You need to lock in. Playoffs are in 5 months, but once you get to New Year's Day, it's really you got January, February, Olympic break, March, April, and the playoffs start in April, I think. But like April 17th, I need to actually look that up. '26 Stanley Cup playoffs, which no matter if the Jackets or Oilers make it or not, we will be covering it. Yep, we begin in April 2026. So I had a feeling we did. I'm trying to can't find like an exact date, but excuse me. Right now the odds of the Blue Jackets making playoffs are 30%. Could be better, could be worse. Odds of Oilers making it is 45. It's kind of surprising for Colorado Avalanche have the best odds to win the cup, but I totally believe in President's Trophy curse. Yeah, it was just, okay, but back on topic. It was frustrating that we couldn't sweep the season series for the Penguins. but not as frustrating as Jackets Penguins. I don't know. So Crosby and Monahan scored their first period. Gaunt, if he doesn't pronounce it, and then Zakarinsky scored to make it 3-1. And then in the third period, the Blue Jackets blew a 2-goal lead. Russ and Crosby scored, and Chris Letang scored the game winner. That's probably the most frustrating Blue Jackets game that we're talking about. I wouldn't say it's the most frustrating game because that 8-3 loss to excuse me, Dallas was. It's even more frustrating that it's happened twice this year for the Oilers. A mega loss. What was it like? 9-1 to the Avalanche. Yeah, 9-1. And the fact that they both happened in the same month is even more frustrating. Like, oh yeah, that's right. It was for Saturday before I went to the Oilers Jackets game, which I always root for Oilers in that situation. Oilers are my main team, the Jackets are my second team, and people have a problem with that. Just kidding. What is my bad? Anyways, yeah, the fact that they excuse me. Then I'll look to the side when chat is on my main monitor. I'm like, is OBS working? Anyways, that's what I was saying. The fact that they lost by that big of a deficit 2 times in 1 month is very concerning. So, all right, I guess. Yes, excuse me. That brings us to Thanksgiving recap. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. If you're American, if you're not, I hope just you had a good Thursday. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting a win on Thanksgiving. Even with Joe Burrow playing, I didn't have very much confidence with defense. The defense actually showed up. Got 3 sacks, forced 3 punts. The Bengals forced 4 fumbles. And Lamar Jackson for 1 interception. Yeah, the stats were Joe Burrow 24 for 46, 261 yards. I believe that's passing touchdown. Lewis has passing yards in the box. And Lamar Jackson 17 for 32, 246, 1 interception. So Lamar really did not have a bad game. It's just his offensive line didn't help him. And Lamar's a great player. I don't know what happens to him in the playoffs. He seems to get I don't know. The most targeted player was Jamar. He had 110 yards, average 15.7 yards per catch. His longest was a 43-yarder. Final score was 32-14. I was, like I said, I was expecting a win. I was watching with some friends and my dad in the background. McPherson made it 3-0. And then for Ravens made it 7-3. I was like no. No. And then McPherson got an every field goal in a minute. 6-7. Wait, 6-7. And then I didn't think we were getting a touchdown all day. I thought we could just kick field goal after field goal after field goal because McPherson made it 9-7 and then made it 12-7 at halftime. The Bengals covered the ball so for second half. Joe Burrow with a short pass to Hudson. That made it 19-7. And then the Ravens decided, oh hey, maybe we should play some football. They made it 19-14, but that's all the Ravens could do. 50 seconds left of the third quarter. I love this recap. Joe Burrow passed deep middle complete. 26-14. The Bengals tack on 2 more field goals to make it a final 32-14. So I really think that was like one of the best games the Bengals have played. I don't know why. Like, it's kind of concerning. Joe Burrow's like seems to be the entire team, but you know they just need to make sure that doesn't keep happening. They just can't keep losing without Joe Burrow. I love Joe, but you know players can't play forever. And then that would take us to Friday, which both teams were off. No, wait, the Blue Jackets played on Friday. I went out of order. Sorry, I forgot. Because we take Thanksgiving off. But anyways, now we're back on track, and now we're on Saturday. 4-0 Oilers win over Seattle. I thought Seattle was gonna put up a better fight, but they did not. Your goal scorers were Nuge. I can't tell you how much this team needs right now. Hopkins, Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, and Connor McDavid. Like, I can't tell you how needed Reggie Hopkins is to this team. He had 3 points, 2. Wait, or do we only have 2 points? I can't. No, we have 3 points. No, we had 2 points. I can't count. And your free stars were Leon Draisaitl, Nuge, and Skinner because you know it's hard not to give a goalie when they get a shutout, a Pepsi shutout. Excuse me. All right, but now that we're on to Sunday, we can actually talk racing. I'm just trying to understand why McLaren didn't hit under safety car. Pirelli was worried about tire wear. Like, I think they were so worried it was a safety issue. Excuse me. And they asked F1 to do 2 pit stops mandatory. So Lando coulda, shoulda won the world championship yesterday. I was at church, which is obviously more important than F1. So. Oh, I made a adorable discovery during my bathroom break. My little kitty cat, he was laying on my blankets, my Blue Jackets blankets. I hope he doesn't know we're headed to Chicago soon. Yeah, it was. Lando kind of mess up the start. He lost the place on the start. Um, as you can see, here's Verstappen edge passing Lando Norris. Okay, so Lando Norris has the yellow TV pod. That's how I can tell them apart. And Oscar has the black TV pod. Looks like Yuki is the yellow TV pod for Red Bull. And I think, yeah, Leclerc has a black TV pod and Lewis has a yellow TV pod. That's how you can tell the cars apart. For everyone else, I don't know. Because I've mostly been following what I think are the big three of F1. I'm a Ferrari fan, but I think the big three are Ferrari, Red Bull, and McLaren. So yeah, I mean Oscar held the lead on lap 1 of 57. And here's where crap hit the fan for McLaren. As you can see, Nico Hulkenberg thankfully is okay, but you can it's hard to tell with all the dust, but right here that's supposed to be a tire. So first of all, I'm gonna block that account because it's obviously a bot account. So I don't. Okay, so here's the biggest brain fart of the season. Everyone rushes into pits for fresh rubber, apart from Ocon and the McLarens. Two McLarens. All right, I don't. All right, we'll talk about the rest of the race later, but I don't understand this. You have to do 2 pit stops. Why not just get the first one out of the way under safety car? Remember, you cannot pass under safety car. There is I'm gonna pull up Google. I pull up Slack so Google Earth. Let's see if I can pull up the guitar. Track on Google Earth. Well, switch that for a second so I can hopefully show you the safety car line, which all right, here we are. LaSalle International Circuit. Fun fact: this was originally designed for MotoGP. Um, so you can tell the scan was after an F1 race. All right, so where I don't is that not a safety car line? Because you are allowed to race to a safety car line. which what kitty? Huh, I guess it's not safety car line here because it's mostly MotoGP track, but which makes it even more confusing why Alright, I'm gonna pull up Surface Sonic's example actually. Which if I have it, let's say like at River Roll, that's where this makes the decision not to pit even more mind-boggling, especially when it's a two-stop race forced by Pirelli. So remember, you cannot legally overtake a safety car. So you pit, and you actually lose less time under a safety car than you would under a green flag pit stop. So that's what makes this so insanely mind-boggling. Like, I forgot I actually had to put the full name, and it's not, and it's in Austin. It's in Austin, not Dallas. You know, it helps if you put the right city in. I'm trying to find an example of safety car line, unless if they got rid of that, and I'm just not aware of it. Which if they did, like I said, makes it even more mind-boggling. That okay, here's a good example. At the Circuit of Americas, and let's see if game capture will work for Earth. I don't know if it does. I have to just put it up on capture. Okay, so here's a great example of a safety car line, which say there's a car coming. Yeah. This line right here is the safety car line. You can race to it, and whoever. Do you need some more water, kitty? Now, guys, gotta quick. We'll get back. Normally, if I have a safety car line, which you could race to, but I think since it's a MotoGP track, normally we don't have it, so I don't understand why they didn't pit the McLarens when you have to make two stops, not a one stopper. It's a forced two stop race. Lap 7, I forgot. Even Ferrari pitted. Yes. And they still didn't pit under. Well, I mean, they were screwed if they pit under a safety car because everyone pit. What, kitty? Everyone pit on lap 7 or 8. Let me actually look this up. Because I don't know if lap 8 was already started by then. Man, who fought? This would be such a hot concept. I know we're like for an hour, but podcast is only like 40. Trying to find tire history. That's why I get into my account. See if that helps. Oh, here are pit stop summary. Yeah, everyone pitted on lap 7. I just don't understand what McLaren was doing. They had the World Championship in their grasp. They blew it. Look. They waited until lap 24 for the first pit stop. Like I said, I was at Church Stringers race. They waited lap 25 to pit Lando. See, even Ferrari made a second stop by then. Just after McLaren made the first stop. I just can't understand. I wonder if they had to use barrier repair because the safety car was out for a while. So. Oscar. Yeah, like. Like, on lap 20, obviously, everyone had fresh tires. No, I did not ask for stupid ass AI to, and I suppose I just don't understand why you wouldn't pit under a safety car. When even Ferrari pits, and you know, Ferrari has laughable strategies lately. Like, I just don't understand this. Like, are we trying to give Max a 5th championship in a row? Like, you have to do 2 tire compounds, but you know. I just don't understand why they waited so long to pit the McLarens. So. Like. Even Oscar, as we said, pitted on 24, 25. Did on 20, 24, 25. Even Max was able to take the lead. Because Max already made both his pit stops at this point, I believe. No, sorry. Max on 33. That's kind of funny because 33 is his own number before he just won for being world champion, which I'm not gonna lie, I probably would too. So he made both mandatory pit stops, but the big problem was where McLaren's had not pit. I just don't understand the strategy. And then Lando almost will sit here. Lost some time. Then Oscar said, anything you could do, I could do better. 42 for Oscar's last stop. Yeah, I just don't understand the strategy. So on my way home from church, and poor Hotchar had a puncture, and Max ended up winning. I just don't understand that strategy. I don't understand it. Like, this was my genuine reaction to that race. It it wasn't good, but yeah. Excuse me. With that done, we can move on to future predictions portion where I try to predict the scary future. Um and starting with tonight and the Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets play a hockey team tonight. I know it's helpful. Oh, we believe it, Duffels. I think the Blue Jackets can win. Oh man, it's not in Columbus, unfortunately. Um, and then the Oilers play tomorrow night. I think it's about Oilers, right? So probably, if I can find it, wear my dry saddle shirt on the farming sim stream tomorrow. Or I could just put my McDavid jersey on during it. Excuse me. The Oilers play. I know they're Edmonton. They play the Wild. I think they can beat Minnesota. So. That takes us to Wednesday. Or Forfeit. Yeah, that's right, because we're going to Charlotte. So the Jackets and Oilers are both off. So that takes us to Thursday. And I'll have to catch that game in my hotel because hopefully we'll be in Chicago by then. By 6:30 Central. Huh. I might even get Steve Myers because it may be a ESPN Plus game. So it is. I had a feeling it was because it's Tuesday. Which stinks. Much rather have FanDuel Sportsnet Ohio, but Detroit and Columbus. I think the Blue Jackets can beat Detroit 2-1. Abby. Take us to the Oilers game. We're playing Seattle again. I think they beat Seattle again. that will take us to Friday. Friday. Gotta fart on Friday. Nothing. Event. Then Saturday. Oilers again. For Hockey Night in Canada. Testing a food buddy. We're playing Winnipeg. I think unfortunately the Jets beat the Oilers. Can't win them all. And then that brings us to Formula One. And I think I think Lando wins and wins World Championship. I'm not changing my pick. I picked him back in February. Think it's a McLaren 1-2 somehow. With Piastri coming in second. And Max in third. Fate Max 5, he comes just short. And then keep forgetting to make Bengals prediction. I think they can beat the Bills. (28-21). I think it's gonna be a close one though. But I missed most of it because the dance contest is at the same time. But anyways, yeah. That will do it for today's podcast. So, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Excuse me. God bless. I still believe that Jesus is Lord. I think it's about right. That'd be awesome. I'll see you tomorrow. Time to be determined. Because it's supposed to snow tonight. Or farming. If we end the week on Wednesday with some Roblox. Yes, it's a Christmas update. It's my favorite update. I'm just like a giant kid at heart. So, yeah. If you're on YouTube, the video is ending right now.